Hey there, my name is Britta Swiderski, and today's video is a little bit different. And it's very, very important to me. I will tell you right in the beginning exactly what this is about, and then kind of go into my story, so you know if you want to keep watching. If you don't, that's okay, but if you do, thank you. This is about my friend Tim. I'm asking you to donate to the American Society for Suicide Prevention because my team is walking in the walk next week in the Out of the Darkness Twin Cities walk. And we will be walking as Timmy's Plum shirts. And if you have any money to donate to this cause of suicide prevention, they help run a suicide hotline. It's the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Even if it's just $1, even if it's just $5, if you could donate to our team, it would mean the world to me. Because just over 2 months ago, one of my best friends committed suicide. It is the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. I've had it pretty easy, but this is heart-wrenching. He was like a brother to me. We're a very, very tight, close-knit group of friends that operate more as a family than as a friend group. Always looking out for each other, always relying on each other, trusting each other 100%. And Tim was part of my family. And I miss him every single day. People need to know that there's other ways to make your life better. That suicide is not the solution to the problem. It's just a quick fix that doesn't help anything. Tim was struggling with a lot of health problems, and he had a rough life all along. We had hardly ever even heard of his parents, we didn't even know he had a brother and a sister until we read the obituary. But he was always there, laughing, telling jokes, giving us so much love. He was so thoughtful, amazingly thoughtful. This last Christmas, he was so excited to have us over to his apartment for Christmas, and he gave us the most thoughtful gifts. He gave my boyfriend Jake an original pressing of the original Star Wars soundtrack. And that's unbelievable because Jake really loves Star Wars, and it took him a long time to track that down. And I remember him texting me so excitedly. He was planning like months in advance. Tim was a really good person, but he had his own demons to fight. And one of those demons was health issues and getting laid off from a job. And a lot of things went bad at the same time. We knew he was in trouble, but we didn't really know. We'd invite him to everything, but he wouldn't show up. We'd even see that he'd read our messages, but wouldn't respond. And for some reason we were just like, well, Tim, he's always happy, you know, like, he must be alright. Because you always want to assume the best. And for positive people, you always want to try to think the best. But sometimes that works against you. This is really important to me because this walk, this foundation, this charity, the entire cause of knowing more, understanding more about depression, anxiety, mental illness in general, mental health in general, and suicide prevention, that's my cause. It's always been my cause. But it wasn't until we lost Tim took his own life, it wasn't until then that I really realized how big the stakes are. This cause is really important to me because I've dealt with it my entire life. I have depression and anxiety, and I let people know that I have that because I want people to see that you can be successful, be happy, be healthy, and have a very full life even when your brain is telling you that you can't. That's mostly what depression and anxiety is. It's kind of like a monster in your head telling you all the worst thoughts you could ever think. When I was a freshman in college, so about 6 years ago, I finally went to see a doctor, and they diagnosed me with clinical depression and anxiety. And over the past several years, I've been working with therapists and psychiatrists, different medications, a lot of behavioral fit therapy, to basically build up a toolbox of coping mechanisms for how to deal with things. But the problem is, most people don't know about that. Most people don't realize that those sad thoughts that they're thinking aren't them being a pessimist. It's depression speaking. Or that those anxiety thoughts where you feel constantly like you're in danger, or that someone's going to sneak up behind you, that's anxiety talking. And people are still kind of afraid to talk about it. And we need to talk about it more. And it's sad, and it's scary. But the thing is, the more that people know about it, the more we can save our friends and our family from this awful fate. I would prefer never to feel like this again. Because it's been 2 months and it's still so hard. So, if you've been wondering where I've been, not making so many videos, not being as active online over the past few months, it's been a little bit rough. But I hope that you'll see with this video that a successful person like me, and I consider myself successful because I can fight those battles every single day, come up with that battle plan, and fight and win and be full of love and joy and gratefulness. And I'm so, so fortunate for everything that I've been given, and I'm so fortunate that I was given the right tools to know when to ask for help. I'm asking you to support my team for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Walk Out of the Darkness, because it needs to be talked about more. And people need hotlines to call when they're feeling low, when they're thinking suicidal thoughts. And this is one of the organizations that helps do that. And if you want to donate to a different organization in the same heart, please be my guest. It's not about raising money, hitting a goal number. It's not about any of that. It's about remembering my friend Tim and trying to do the best I can to show as many people as possible that it's okay to talk about mental health issues, and it's okay to ask for help. So what I'm asking for is your help and support for this walk, whether it's moral, just cheering us on, sending me a message on Twitter or my Facebook page or whatever, Instagram. If you have some money to donate to our team, that would be amazing. But it's really not about reaching any sort of goal. It's about telling people. It's about letting people know that they can ask for help. And it's about hopefully making sure that I don't have to do this again. Because losing a brother, man, that's a hard thing to go through. So if you'll donate to our walk, I'll have the link on the screen on YouTube as well as in the description below. So thank you for letting me share this with you. And I hope that you'll start talking about it more. Start talking about depression. Start talking about anxiety. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Talk to everyone. Because the more people know that they can get help, the more people we can save. And I want to save as many people as I can. So again, thank you for letting me share. I'll have the link in the description below. And I love you, Tim. But this is for him and to remember him by. And I hope you'll join me in lifting up this world, our society, to a greater understanding of a problem that needs to be talked about more often. Thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. I know this is a little off the beaten path for my videos, but I think you can see how important this is to me. And thank you for all of your support and love over the past few months. I've really, really appreciated it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time on another video.